Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great day today. Long time no see. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. The markets. Last time I made a video, I believe silver at that time was in the 30s. Things have gone a little bit crazy since then. I would like to give you my thoughts on the market, what I think is going to change in the market, and I want to show you guys some cool stuff that I've picked up recently from the coin shop. I got some coins, I got some vintage bars, got some vintage rounds, got some cool stuff. Before I do all that, I do want to mention that I have a friend that's local to me. His name's Kevin Williams. He's a local, he owns a gun shop close to me in my area. He's in Auburn, Michigan. It's called Williams Gun Shop. But what I'm bringing him up for is he has a YouTube channel. It's called Old Man 62. His name's Kevin Williams. I'm going to put the link to his channel down in my description. He likes to. He's been doing videos for a little bit now, kind of more like vlogs, really. Just talking about the market, the metals, his opinions, obviously, and on guns, prepping, metals, all different types of that. Most of you guys, obviously, if you're watching my channel, you're into that type of stuff. So go check them out. Go give them a sub. Let them know that I sent you over there. I'd appreciate it. And as far as the markets go, we saw all-time highs. We're going up rather quickly. Lots of things have changed. Obviously, I'm not gonna. I gotta mention it. I gotta mention it just because I harped on it so much over the last couple years and a couple years ago about the 90% and people paying 9-10 bucks over spot. I have to say it. Don't get mad at me and shut the video up right away, guys, because I have a change of tune when it comes to 90%. I'm changing my tune on it. Okay, so let me explain. I told you before. Every time that the metal's spiked up, that you're going to have a hard time dumping it if that was your plan to dump it at the refiners, because it's just common sense, guys. If they have all the 999, they're either not going to take it or they're going to give you a lot less. And of course, that happened the last two times that we had the big spike, and we're seeing it again this time. And everything's cyclical, which I've explained in the past. Don't ever purchase metals out of fear. Okay, that's never the right mindset to go into it. You can be level headed. You don't want to go out there and mortgage your house and buy every ounce of silver you can find. I'm not saying you don't invest in it or save in it or buy a lot of it, but don't buy more than you can afford, which I've always told you guys. But as far as the 90% goes, now that the refiners aren't taking it in, now that the coin shops are overloaded with it, now that the premiums are actually well below spot all over, if you want to add stuff like that to your stack, now is the perfect time to add that. Not when it was astronomically higher than every other thing on the market. You're also seeing higher premiums on the American Silver Eagles right now. I would still continue to tell everybody to buy generic, close to spot or under spot if you can find it. And there are a lot of under spot deals to be had. I've seen them all over eBay. I've seen them all over social media and Facebook groups. People dumping back of spot, not even caring, few dollars. I'm literally seeing deals all the time. And having said that, I'm also a silver pourer, which most of you guys know with Bay City Bullion, and there's still tons of buyers out there for those types of things, and they're willing to pay the premiums on them. And I'm staying nice and busy, and I'm having fun doing it. And so there's buyers for everything, sellers for everything. It's just picking the times to do it, guys. Try to be smart and pick the right times to do it. You don't want to chase what everybody else is chasing if you're in it for the long haul. So now when people are kind of thumbing their nose up at 90%, which they have been the last year or so, and now I'm seeing videos by the same people that were pushing it 2 years ago. Now they're saying don't buy it, come over here and buy this other stuff. I don't comment. I just kind of sit back and I laugh, and I'm like, just be wary of who's selling you what when you're watching videos and taking people's advice. That's all I'm not going to say. I'm not going to call names out. I'm not that type of channel. I'm not into drama. I'm a grown ass man. I don't get into drama. I'm not going to sit here and talk crap about people. I'm bringing this up merely just to let you guys know, don't purchase stuff out of fear. Don't always go with the herd, and don't if somebody's really pushing something on you and they sell, and trying to sell to you, maybe listen to them, but maybe don't hook, line, and sinker. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. That's all I've ever tried to tell you guys. My opinion on metals are always a little bit different, because I am a pourer. I am unique in that way, to where I only stack 999 because it makes sense for me to do that, because I can melt it and turn it into other products and make more money. Um, Not that I have any problems with it. I do have a wonderful coin collection that I love adding to, but as far as constitutional silver, that's why I stayed away from it. And I wasn't hating on it in the past, even though I brought it up a lot. It may, to you guys, may seem like I was hating on it, or telling you not to. I really was telling you not to, just because at the time, with the premiums where they were at, I was trying to let you guys know, hey, don't buy into the fear of that it's going to run out and you guys will never have a chance to buy it again. And here we are. Now's a good chance to buy it. So if you want to add that 90%, if you want to add some constitutional, right now is a wonderful time to add that to your stack. So as far as the rest of the markets, before I get in, I know I'm a few minutes in, but it's been a while since I've chatted with you guys. The other thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the market in physical metals is that we're in a unique situation right now, just because of the supply and demand's kind of out of whack, and the refiners are back like months behind, or they either won't take it, or they won't lock you in a price, or they're 14, 15, 16 weeks behind before they will take your product, or turn around and you're going to get a check. And it is making some people freak out. I kind of figured when all that stuff came up a little bit ago with the refiners, that we would see a pullback for many different reasons. One of them may be fear of people dumping, thinking that they're not going to be able to get rid of their metals, maybe that they're going to miss out on the spike, what have you. All that's going to shake out, guys. I'm confident in that. I'm not confident in what exactly the price is going to be. I can't give you those answers. But what I'm confident is all that's going to shake out. And when it shakes out at new price points, we're going to see higher premiums. So just, enjoy the low premiums now. Because if we continue the higher price point and we continue to grow, and the market settles back down, the physical market settles back down, and the refiners get caught back up and things like that, I feel like the premiums are definitely going to raise. And I don't mean like a $2 premium. I mean a lot higher premium, possibly. It just makes sense when you're buying silver for $20 an ounce and you have a $2 premium, when silver's 50 plus, the premiums aren't going to continue to be $2 an ounce, so just keep that in mind. Don't be shocked if you see premiums come up. So I'd love to, I know we're a few minutes in, but I had a lot to get off my chest, and I wanted to tell you about my buddy Kevin Williams's channel. And now let's get into this cool vintage silver. And this first one here is the Citadel Cadet. Very, very cool piece. It almost looks like a Hamilton Mint piece, but here on the back you can see the Carolina Mint from 1977, Military College out of South Carolina. I did have to look this one up, and there was a mintage of only 300. So who knows how many of those 300 do you guys think are left of this one, and how many of those do you think are in this original case? This is probably a pretty darn rare, cool piece that I was pretty excited about to find the other day, to add to my stack. So I was happy to add that one, as I usually am when I find art bars. Now we have some regular commercial art bars here. I have some of these Oxford Mint, these Alaskan bars. I found 3 of them. Not something that I'd always pick up in the past, but as art bars have become, not at the current time because so much stuff's being dumped, but if you are an art bar collector, the coin shops have not just been stocked full of these over the last 3 years. So I tend to grab them when I pick them up close to spot. And I pick up all my stuff that you see here from my local coin shops close to spot. Close to spot meaning like $1, possibly $2 over. This next piece here is a Thanksgiving piece. Let me see if we can zoom in. It's very dark on the camera, but it's got great detail. 1973, commemorating the first Thanksgiving. Here on the back, we have artistic silver. I know I have some artistic silver bars in my collection. I don't believe there's too many of them that were made by artistic silver, but I probably have this one. It's probably a double, and that's okay. That's okay. That's a cool looking bar. Was happy to scoop it. Anytime I see an Engelhard bar in the regular generic bin, I will grab it. These times, with all the stuff that is in the local coin shops, you're not having to pay a little bit extra. Back in the day, for me anyways, locally, if there was Engelhard bars, even when the prices were down below the 20s, where, you know, the first large chunk of my stack had come from, there was a little bit extra. Say, you know, for instance, when silver was like $15, they would charge maybe 25-50 cents over spot for regular generic rounds, and they may charge 75 to $1 over for Engelhard. And then it got a little bit more than that over the last couple of years as more collectors have got in to the art bar and commercial bar scene, and everybody enjoys Engelhard. Highly collectible, highly sought after is my point. If you see those in the generic bins, it's always good to grab them at those prices. If you're buying silver anyways, why not? Contemporary classics, cool DeLorean bar here. I did not have this one, or at least I don't believe I had this one in my stack. And this one, that's a Continental Coin Corp. If I'm not mistaken, those C's like that, when you see that, that's who the maker of the bar is. So Continental Coin Corp, that's cool. That would be in the book. I have not looked these up in my Archie Kid book yet. You get used to seeing a lot of this stuff as you do more and you collect. And there's so many good channels out there now that make regular content showing off the bars. You guys know who you are, and you're probably watching this too. And I appreciate all you guys. This collie here bar is from the Justice Mint with the serialization there on the back. Nice clean bar. These bars that don't fit in regular airtights, these are not the airtights I utilize. These are the ones that just are in these when I get them from the coin shop. Some of my more collectible bars, the bars that have a little bit more premium to them, I will put them in airtights. I will put them in guardhouse boxes. The ones that don't fit in regular ones, I like these 2.5 by 2.5s, and then I just buy the boxes, and you can line them up. Probably put 50, 75 per guardhouse box. Only cost you a couple dollars. I prefer these much over these old school ones. I usually rip them right out of these when I get them, and then put them in either an airtight or I'll, like these. I don't like to keep them in these, as you can see. Not that you can't clean that up anyways. I'm just not a big fan of those. I like these, and you can see them a little bit better anyways. And these are pretty cheap. You can buy these by the hundreds for real cheap. And they, like I said, the guardhouse boxes, you just keep them in that way. So that's a cool little addition. Next, we have a Simmons Refco metals. Anytime I see an old commercial Simmons bar in perfect shape, right, in the original seal, I'm going to pick it up. These have nice premiums on them. I have quite a few of these in my stack over the years. Anytime I've seen one of these, I've scooped it. So I have a nice collection of these Simmons Refco bars. Definitely like those for commercial bars. This next one has beautiful, beautiful color on it. Star of Wonder. It's kind of hard to see. I apologize. There you go. I'll hold it still for a second. Get a little bit better look at that. This one is from the Mount Everest Mint. You see that MEM down there? That's Mount Everest Mint, 1973. Star of Wonder. Just a cute, nice looking bar with that color. So I wanted to add that to the stack. Just like a lot of these art bars. Now this one right here screams Hamilton Mint when you see it. I love this series here. I don't know if I had this Comanche Brave in my collection yet or not, but it's a wonderful looking bar, in my opinion, obviously. And Hamilton Mint bar, again, these long elongated bars go perfect in these 2.5s. That's another piece. Here we go. We got another one here. This one I have not looked up yet. It's got to be some sort of Swiss though. It's got to be some sort of Swiss bar with the AZ. It reminds me of like a Credit Suisse, smaller than the 1 ounce, but the 1 ounce, and same thing with the back. It's not the same as Credit Suisse because it doesn't say Credit Suisse, but it says silver, but the same design. If I had to guess, this is a Swiss bar from 1981. That's what my experience tells me. I could be way off, but that's what I'd guess. You guys let me know down below if you're familiar with this one. But that's a cool looking bar nonetheless. Let's move on to the next piece. The next piece is a round. Now this one I have no clue. I've never seen this before. Plume and Atwood brass mill, founded in 1852. Here on the back we have Diversified Industries. 2 troy ounce, nice smooth side. I just thought it was cool and unique, so it came home with me. Had to pick it up. I have an addiction when I go into the coin shops and I find old, unique, cool stuff like that. I just have a hard time leaving it there. Now this one I could tell just by the design of it. This is like an old Mardi Gras token. 1981. I don't know who makes these, honestly. I did check the rim, though. It does say 999 on the rim. There's probably some more information on there, but that's what it looks like to me. There's a couple different tokens, Mardi Gras type coins, rounds, not coins, rounds. Rather, that's probably what that is, if I had to guess. I have not looked that one up. I usually look those up on eBay or Google them and see what's going on with it. This one just kind of caught my eye, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It just looked a little bit more collectible. It says first edition. And it says Applause LIC. I'm not familiar with that. If you guys are familiar with that, RL Mako. See right down there. It just looked like a cool round. Some of those character rounds carry some nice premium, can be collectible. So when I see them and I think about it, I will grab them. This next one, most of you guys will recognize. Another time when I see nice mint Liberty dollars like this, these are highly collectible. Usually have some really nice premium on it. It's a $20 variation from 2004. Just perfect condition. I'll pick up those Liberty dollars all day long when I find them. Next we have... Oh, no, we got one more round here, and then we got a bar, and then I'm going to get into some coins. We have a cool vampire round. Vampire round is Mythological Legends. I don't know, just like it. I do like some we're getting close to Halloween here, guys. See a round like that, I'm going to have to scoop it up. I thought it was cool. Now I want to show you a bar. This bar was made a collaboration between Mutiny Metals and Captain Coda. Captain Coda's museum, which now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm feeling bad because I was supposed to send him over some information regarding Bay City Bullion for his website. But he is a large supporter and collector of poured silver. He has thousands and thousands of ounces from hundreds of silver creators in his collection over the last few years. Many pieces from all sorts of people, and he had a collaboration with Mutiny Metals and made this. I am a Mutiny Metal collector. I've supported Kevin for a very long time, since he started basically back in 2015, and I have a nice collection, and I wanted to support Coda as well, as he's bought many of my pieces over the years. And he's a good dude, and he does a lot for the community as far as getting people information and just collecting, so I thought that was a cool limited piece. Wanted to add it to my collection. Now let's get into some coins. This first coin I'm going to share with you is nothing too crazy. The next two are going to be pretty nice in my opinion. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This one I got for the price of silver. Nice full-size Balboa. I can definitely touch this one, no big deal. Nice full-size Balboa. It's in pretty good shape. Nothing crazy, but I do love this design. 1934 full-size Balboa. These are 90%, as you can see there, if you're not familiar with it. I just really like that design. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take this image here. Now, one thing that I will mention with Bay City Bullion, I do have the ability to make any type of custom mold I want now, any size that I want. And I have a lot of things that I'm going to be releasing. And I've put a couple shorts on my channel of some stuff that are unique molds that I've had designed that are mine and mine only, that nobody else has access to or will be able to make. And that's probably what I'm going to do with like 99% of my stuff going forward. If you see me pour a piece, it is going to be my piece, my mold that nobody else can make. So that's what I'm going to try to do going forward. But that first coin, the Balboa, I mean, for the price of silver, thought was pretty cool. These next two are something that I didn't have in my coin collection. You coin guys out there, I usually go right to CCT, Cybercurt, and Twitcher when I have coin questions. But I will share these with you, and you guys let me know. I did not have any of these caballitos, I believe is how they're pronounced, in my coin collection. Here's a 1910. It's in decent shape. This one's in decent shape. Not the world's best shape, but my lighting's not the greatest either. It's a little bit better. There we go. A little bit better than what my lighting's allowing. And it does look like it might have a little bit of organic material. This one may need to see a little bit of acetone. I don't clean coins, but anybody that's into coins, you do know that you can, if you use pure acetone, it won't change the color, it won't change the surface, it won't change anything about the coin. But if there's oils or dirt on it, it can help. I don't rub it, I don't do anything like that, but you can let it sit in some pure acetone and then some distilled water afterwards, and it does not hurt the coin. It does not hurt the coin. So any other type of cleaning with coins, I do not do. Okay, I do not do. And I don't do that with all coins. But if I have a coin that I feel has dirt on it or could benefit from it, which is very, very few of my coins, by the way. I'm not telling everybody to go out there and dip all their coins in acetone. I just was explaining that sometimes it is beneficial. So anyways, that's the first one. The next one is in much better condition. Much better condition. Let's take a look at it. This one is a 1913, I believe. Sorry for not having these out of the capsules beforehand. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that one's a lot better with my sorry lighting that I have here. Sorry, guys. But this one did not have a very hard strike. This coin in particular, the details on it are not super, super deep. But beautiful, beautiful coin. Let's go ahead and flip this one over and take a look at the back. Un peso. Nice coin. And I will tell you what I paid for it. You guys can tell me if I'm crazy or not. I paid $100 each on these. I felt like it was a good deal, but I am far from a coin aficionado or expert. But when it comes to coins, I like the channel, The Coin Geek. Ben, The Coin Geek. I like watching his channel. I have for a long time. But there are a couple caballitos. So there we go. That's it, guys. Long video. I appreciate you guys if you stuck around this long. And please let me know down below what you think of the pickups, what you think about my thoughts on the market, premiums, what have you. I'd love to hear from you guys. Appreciate you. And once again, please go check out my buddy Kevin Williams' channel if you like the prepping gun and just hearing people rant about the markets. And he's got a lot of strong opinions, but he's got a lot of wisdom. And yeah, it's just a good channel. I figured I'd let you guys know about it. I appreciate every one of you guys for stopping by. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.